A very good morning, my dear students of class 6. Today in computer studies, we will be taking online surfing, and this is the sixth part of this chapter. In this video, we are going to cover the topics such as electronic mail or email, advantages of email, email and its features, components of an email program. So let us learn about email. In the previous class, we learnt about the netiquette of internet, that means the good manners when you are using the internet, the acronyms, emoticons, etc. Now let us know what is email. Mail means letters. Electronic means we are sending the letter or mail through the computer and internet. Electronic mail or email is an easy way of sending and receiving messages from one computer to another computer anywhere in the world. That means if you want to send a letter to someone who is connected through the internet, you can use your computer. You can type the mail and send it across anywhere in the world. So this is also the definition for email. It's an easy way of sending and receiving messages from one computer to another computer anywhere in the world. It is one of the fastest mode of communication. In fact, the ordinary mail, due to its slow speed, is nowadays called snail mail. You must have heard about snail. It moves very slowly. Same way when we post our letter in the ordinary post using the post office. So it takes 1 week to 10 days to deliver your letter. But here, the moment you send the mail, it is received on other end. It doesn't even take seconds. With the help of internet, an email takes only a few minutes. Not only minutes, in seconds only it reaches to its destination. Okay, it is just like the SMS. Once you send the SMS, the other one receives the SMS in his or her mobile. Same way, the moment you send the mail, it is received by your friend or relative or anyone anywhere on his computer or laptop or smartphone. Okay, that is email. It is very, very fast and cheap also. Let us learn about the advantages of email. If you use email, then what could be the advantages? Now here you can see email is cost effective and fast. It is very, very cheap and also very fast. So you can send the letter to anyone anywhere and same time it reaches. It doesn't even take seconds. It can reach any part of the world within a few seconds. It does not matter whether your message consists of a few lines or text or thousands of lines. So no matter your letter is big or small, sometimes when you send your letter through the post office, if more pages are there, then you have to pay more charge. That means if it is heavier, you have to give more charge. But here if you write 2 lines or thousands of lines, it doesn't make any difference. So you can send anything. And along with your mail, you can send the attachment also. If you want to send some certificates, some photographs, some videos, that also can be sent through it. Same message can be sent to any number of people at no cost. Suppose if you are sending your mail through the ordinary post, for each letter you have to pay money. But here, at same cost, it will go everywhere. Even if you are sending thousands of letters, no problem. So these are the few advantages of sending email. But to send an email, we need an email program. Here you can see you need an email program and the email ID of the receiver. Just like when you want to send the letter through the ordinary post, you should know the address of the person who is going to receive your letter. Same way here, we don't require the whole address. What you require is just email ID. Each person has got its own unique email ID. So you should know the receiver's email ID, and you have to have a email program. Okay, like Gmail or Hotmail or Rediffmail, any mail you should have in your computer, and you should have internet facility, otherwise you cannot send the mail. So that you should remember. To send the email, you should have the receiver's email ID and you have to have an email program. Now let us talk about the features of electronic mail. Here you can see Gmail and Yahoo. So these are the types of mail programs. Email programs may be free or paid. You have to register your name or other identification with these programs. When you register, you receive an account. And what is that? Email ID and a password. Password, of course, you have to set, an email ID also you have to give. So that becomes, the email ID becomes your address. You are responsible for the security of your own account and password. Some of the popular web-based email programs are www.gmail.com, www.hotmail.com, www.yahoomail.com. You can use any one of these. There are many more. So once you register with any of these, then you will be having your email ID or email address and the password. If you make a strong password, it's good for you, so that others cannot check your mail. And this is something you should keep it confidential. You should not share it with others. So here you can see sign in. Whenever you go to this type of mails, you have to sign in, and here you will be giving your email address, email ID, and then you have to give the password. Just like any other computer programs, if you want to sign in, you have to give your email ID and the password. Here you can see these are the various types of email programs, starting with Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, Rediffmail, etc. Now, components of email program, something which you should know. If you open any email program, you will have this type of screen. Okay, this window you will see. The first one is inbox. As the name suggests, it's a kind of box where the letter comes, where you receive the letters. Just like you must have seen in some of the gates, you have got the letter box. Same way, this is your letter box of email. So it's a kind of folder which contains all the received emails. Whatever email comes in your email ID, that will be there in your inbox. Okay, so here you can see it is inbox, where you receive the letters. So suppose if inbox is showing you have got 5 mails, that means in your email 5 unread mails are there. Compose is the next one, means you want to compose, you want to write a letter. You type a message in the email using this option. So if you want to type a new message, new letter, you have to go for compose. Send, as the name suggests, After composing, you can send your messages or you can send your mail through this. Okay, you send composed messages using this option. Next one is reply. Reply comes when you receive some mails. Once you receive a mail, then you can use this option reply. You reply to a received message using this option. So straight away you can give reply to the person who has sent you the mail. Then comes forward. This is very easy. Whenever you receive any message in WhatsApp, what do? Or some jokes, you forward it to somebody else. So whatever is received, that can be forwarded to your friends and relatives. This option is used to forward a copy of your received messages to other people. For example, you have received one letter and you think that may be required by your friends also. The same letter you can forward it to your friends also. Last one is delete. By using this, you can delete the selected message. So the emails which you don't require can be deleted. You need not to keep it in your computer. There may be some junk mails also that you can delete using this delete option. So compose, inbox, forward, reply, all these things will be here only on the window which is open when you open any email program. Okay, now here are some things which you should be aware of. This is the photograph of Sabir Bhatia. So he is an Indian businessman. He founded hotmail.com, and hotmail.com is the world's first webmail service. Okay, so we should be very proud that it is done by one of our Indians, Sabir Bhatia. Then one more thing, this word contacts, it stores the email address of other people. For example, you have got the small diary where you write all the addresses and phone numbers. Same way, contacts is the one which stores all the email addresses. So the moment you type first 2-3 letters, it will give you the full email address of the persons from whom either you have received the mail or you are sending the mail. You will get the contacts by clicking Gmail button on the left pane if you are using Gmail. Then two things to remember. To operate an email account, you always need an internet connection. Suppose if you have a computer and you want to send letter to someone, it is not possible. You have to have the internet connection, otherwise your letter will not go. The email account name is fixed and cannot be changed. I said whenever you register yourself with any email program, you will be getting email ID. So that is email account name. It is fixed. Always your address will be fixed. Email ID or email account name will be fixed. But if you want, you can change your password. Okay. So email ID is just like your address. So you cannot change every time your address. Okay. So address is the fixed one, but password at some regular interval, if you want, you can change your password. These are the things which you should keep in mind. To send the email, you have to have the email address of the person who is going to receive the letter. You have to have the internet facility. Okay, and then you have to have your own email ID and password. So with this, we have finished this particular topic about internet. In the next class, we'll be studying all about email address, how to create an email account, etc. Till then, let's stay home, let's stay safe, and have a nice day. Thank you.